The Miami Heat have just won LeBron James' fourth NBA ring. And that's props to Miami Heat because, they battled hard, even though the games still aren't over. It's only game two. But we already clearly know that the Miami Heat are going to lose to the Lakers and AD. And since that is happening, I just really want to talk about what they're going to do next season, specifically the Heat and the Lakers. As teams, as I have been going through their restricted free agents, unrestricted free agents, and seeing how their teams are going to change next season. Because we obviously know that this series right here, with this NBA Finals, is going to be a waste. And you know me, I'm a LeBron lover. But this is probably the easiest ring Bron's ever going to get in his life. And I just want to see what's going to happen next for both of these teams. Now let's start with the Heat. Now coming into this season, the Heat came out hot and as I thought they would be. I love this team because they're just so goddamn gritty. Adding Jimmy Butler to the roster only made this Heat team better. And I saw it from the beginning. This shit looked like pure bliss. It was just a bliss thing to watch. I watched throughout the season. It was very nice, and players that were put around Jimmy Butler just compliment him very well. I enjoyed this team even pre-Jimmy Butler, where they were starting to run, where they was running Justice Winslow at point guard. That was great Heat times. Justice Winslow and Dwayne Wade. But I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm here to talk about the future. The Miami Heat have about seven free agents, such as Goran Dragic, Myers Leonard, Jay Crowder, Derek Jones, Udonis Haslem, Kelly Olynyk, and Solomon Hill. Now, we all know which ones matter and which ones don't. Goran Dragic, I would say Myers Leonard for myself. Jay Crowder does, and Kelly Olynyk and Derek Jones, and Udonis Haslem. Solomon Hill really doesn't matter. But as for this though, Goran Dragic has he's an unrestricted free agent. He can come to the team back, and I honestly hope he's coming back because his production for this team, coming off the bench when Kendrick Nunn was decided to play, and still leading this team in the playoffs, is just beautiful. Everything he does is just beautiful. Myers Leonard brings a stretch 4 play to this Miami Heat team, which I love that they need. Sometimes they need it and they don't put him in the game, which pisses me off. But then I do see the fact that he can't play defense. Jay Crowder is one of the grittiest players you can ever have on the team, especially with his little underdog story that he's been going through coming out of Cleveland after getting traded a bunch of times around the league. Like, having a Jay Crowder on your team is going to be very, what's it called? I don't know the word for it. But having a Jay Crowder on your team is definitely going to enhance your team. Derek Jones is, it's Derek Jones. He's that highlight, real flashy player, but he could be expendable. And Kelly Olynyk, really. That's another one of your stretch 4 dudes that can't, play defense, but he can shoot the 3-ball very well. And he's one of also my favorite players in the league because I just love big men that can shoot the 3-ball. Now, Udonis Haslem, he's always going to be there because, it's Udonis Haslem. He's part of the Miami Heat culture. But the problem I'm having with this Miami Heat team as far as going into the free agency is that you guys are going to have a bunch of money next year. Your cap space is going to be enlarged to about $30 million. You can probably sign about another max player. As for me being a fan of watching basketball, please do not be stupid and go out there and sign Giannis. I promise y'all it's not the smartest decision. Honestly, I would say just sign back Goran Dragic, Jay Crowder, and maybe bring in a player that can complement Jimmy Butler in the Miami Heat. Somebody that can come in there, be gritty. Nobody like Cat. Nobody like Simmons. But please don't bring in Giannis. That is probably one of the dumbest decisions I probably have heard from many people. You bringing in Giannis is not really going to help anything. It's going to help. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo. But the system you're running and the way y'all fluctuate, you don't need Giannis on that team. Giannis doesn't need to be on that team. He needs to be on the Warriors. even though that should be a demigod squad. But he needs to be on the Warriors. He wouldn't need to be on the Miami Heat team. And a lot of people are now understanding that. I'm tired of seeing Miami Heat jersey Giannis. I see photoshops all the time, and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't play right to my feelings. Now, as I say that, I also want y'all to look to get better as far as in y'all roster. I do see that your roster is basically Jimmy Butler next year. Tyler Hero's coming back on the team option. Duncan Robinson, Bam Adebayo, Kendrick Nunn, and basically the rest is filled. And Andre Iguodala with his $17 million contract, which is taking up a lot. Now I know we love Iggy, but stop it. With that, I already know the Miami Heat core is gonna get better, but I really do want y'all with these free agents that I named, such as Goran Dragic, Myers Leonard, Jay Crowder, Derrick Jones, Udonis Haslem, Kelly Olynyk. With these people, I really want the Miami Heat next year, such as Pat Riley in particular, to better himself and go out for the right people. Pat Riley has been a great GM. I've seen with my own damn eyes of him just pulling strings and knowing how to run a team. This is going to be the year where we're really going to see how this Miami Heat team going to adjust to the Nets now being in the Eastern Conference. Because you guys aren't forgetting that the Nets are coming back next season with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. And the Miami Heat are going to have to adjust if they want to get back to the NBA Finals. Now, that's all I really have to say on the Miami Heat. But I do have something to say on the Los Angeles Lakers. Now for the Lakers, this is a team that I am scared as hell for. I am a LeBron fan to the day I die. I stay with one team, but I follow LeBron. Wherever he go, I will root the fuck them on. Great thing I was a Lakers fan. But the problem is with this team though is, so AD's on his player option. I obviously believe that we gonna sign back AD. AD's gonna come back to the Los Angeles Lakers. It's gonna be hoopla. Everything's gonna be peace and happiness. And even after he takes his player option next year, we're gonna have he's gonna sign an extension until LeBron leaves, basically. When LeBron leaves, he might leave. I don't know. Now, as for the rest of the team, I'm gonna just read y'all our free agents, because right now we are struggling with the free agency. Kent Davis has a player option. Rondo has a player option. JaVale McGee has a player option. Markieff Morris is an unrestricted free agent. Dwight Howard's an unrestricted free agent. JR's an unrestricted free agent. Deion's unrestricted free agent. And yes. Now, if we think about all that I just said right there, what does that make up the whole team? That makes up a lot of the team right there. And not to think about this right here, but just remember that Danny Green has a $15 million contract under the books for the next year. And hopefully we trade his ass, but yeah, he's on our books. We have so much room to fluctuate and to build a better team this year. Los Angeles, Rob Pelinka, don't fuck this up. I'm really hoping for Rob to really put his mind together and this time to go out there and make himself available. Because this Los Angeles Lakers team right here, I'm not going to say it's fucking lucky, but this right here was a blessing. I'm just glad that LeBron James knows how to make his teammates better and knows how to work with his teammates and how to work with the system he's running with. Because I never want to see shit like this again. KCP, JaVale McGee, Rondo stays. I don't care. Rondo. I love that nigga. Like, we kind of grabbed players around the league that were on the ends of benches and that were coming off of their prime, and we kind of put them together to see what they were going to do. And not to mention, we have Kuzma on our team. I'm not a Kuzma hater, but damn, he's inconsistent. And we don't know what we're going to get out of him some nights, bro. Like, I'm tired of seeing 20 points and then 3. Like, I don't like that. But it's Kuzma. I give people time to grow as far as being on teams. But this Los Angeles Lakers team, I really want us to look forward, because next year, the free agent class is not high. The free agent class is not high at all. I honestly don't even know who the free agents are for the 2020 free agent class. And all I'm saying for the Los Angeles Lakers is this time I really want y'all to do y'all research. I want y'all to go out for Montrezl Harrell. Yes, I said that dumb shit. Montrezl Harrell would be a great addition to this team right here. AD wouldn't have to run center anymore. We can literally put AD at the power forward, LeBron James at the small forward, and we could put Montrezl Harrell at the center position. That would be perfect for us. Oh, crap. Yeah, that would be perfect for us. And I just want Rob Pelinka to be thinking about these certain things, is because LeBron's not gonna have. We don't have a good 8 more years of LeBron left in him. We have like 3 or 4. This is about to be it. And now that I'm looking at the free agent class as we're speaking right now. This free agency class is not the best, but I still need y'all to look forward to players like Andre Drummond. I do see he has a player option. Of course, he's not staying in Cleveland. Danilo Gallinari, Fred VanVleet, Davis Bertans, Malik Beasley. I just want us to really put our money into good hands, because this year was shit. I don't care what anybody says about how the team chemistry of the Lakers was the godliest. I know it was. It was great team chemistry. And I know we didn't have too much ego with us. We were trying to win a championship. We were trying to avenge Kobe Bryant. We were trying to win LeBron's 4th championship ring. We were trying to make sure AD stays, because he had his own mindset on trying to win a championship ring. That's the only reason he really wanted to get traded from the New Orleans Pelicans. He's trying to win. But if I see this type of roster get put together again, and not saying that the people on this free agent, people that's I'm reading off right now, such as KCP, JaVale McGee, Rajon, Dwight, Markieff, not to say that they're playing bad, because they are playing phenomenal, especially Rondo, Dwight, and Markieff. And KCP also. The way I've been watching them, these boys have been hooping like they actually want to win the Larry O'Brien Trophy, and I am excited about that. But you're not going to get that out of them every year. They are what I call inconsistent players. I don't know what I'm going to get out of Markieff Morris every night. I honestly don't know. I just kind of guess and hold my fingers together. You don't know how scared I am, even though I know we're going to win the championship. You don't know how scared I am of who's going to win the championship. Of who's going to go off that night, or who's going to make the shot. I, of course, have LeBron and AD in my mind telling me, we got this. We're going to carry the team or something like that. We're going to produce points and produce assists and all of that. But at the same time, you don't know how scary it is to have a team with like the Lakers play. I kind of don't know what I'm going to get some nights. Look at the team. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, KCP, Danny Green, Rondo, Caruso, Kuzma, Markieff, Jared Dudley, J.R. Smith, and Quinn Cook, and JaVale McGee. You don't know what you're going to get out of this roster. This roster is full of players that either LeBron has played against or played with out of their primes, or have been scrutinized by a Lakers' own community. All I'm saying for me is personally, next year I hope Rob Pelinka can put his head together and make some damn right free agent choices and never make a Danny Green decision again in his life. Because I'm going to just be blessing that we got AD at that point. But honestly, thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe. And that's just my take on the next year free agents and what the Miami Heat and Lakers should do. And yeah, this is Kang.